topic that is so relevant in all of our lives. Either if we get angry, have gotten angry, or are working on trying to control anger, manage our anger, or overcome our anger. So the first thing I want to do is talk about what exactly is anger. Anger is an accumulation of thoughts in the mind, which is expressed as emotions in the body. And emotion means energy in motion. Therefore, emotions have to be expressed and released. When you're angry, you usually react. But if you are more aware that you are angry, you will respond. That makes sense. Because then you give your mind and your brain time to catch up with what the emotions are going in your body and how you're feeling. Versus if you just go based on how you're feeling, you're going to go snap or you're just going to react. But if you give yourself like a second or two to be like, okay, wait a second, let me assess if you're going to respond, and it's going to be more of a logical, well thought out response rather than I'm going to punch you in your face and you're an idiot kind of response. I hope that makes sense. So what can you do to control your anger, manage your anger that is most importantly not harmful to you but also not to others? So the first thing you can do is start focusing on your breath. And the minute you see yourself getting angry, you feel yourself getting, and you feel all the emotions getting built up, all you want to do is just scream and shout and be like, oh, just start focusing on your breath, your inhalation and your exhalation. Do this up to 30 seconds. So take deep, long breaths in and out. Just focus on the flow of your breath in your body. And when you start doing that, you're going to start, the tension in your body is going to start releasing, and you're going to start to feel relax a little bit. And what you're doing is you're letting the emotion go through you and flow out of you instead of trying to suppress it. Because sometimes when we get angry, we try to suppress it because we don't want to be that angry person. But at the end of the day, it's so important to channel how you feel, because emotion is energy in motion. So you have to move that energy through you and out of you, or it will become toxic, and it'll just keep building up, building up, building up to the point where you're just going to pop one day and it's going to just flood out. So start focusing on your breath and get awareness of your breathing in and out, and it's going to calm you and it's going to bring you back to the present moment. The next thing I would suggest is start listing all things that you're grateful for. So in your mind, go, what am I grateful for? And just say that 20 or 30 times in your mind, and then after you've done that, just start listing things that you're grateful for. Don't think about it, just say whatever comes to your mind. And what you're doing is you're taking your energy and you're shifting it from a negative to a positive perspective in your mind. So you're channeling the negative energy into a positive energy, and you're shifting your vibrancy and what that kind of thoughts are going through your mind. And what you're training your mind to essentially do is to take a negative feeling or emotion, feel it through by focusing on your breath, and then channel it into this positive that is beneficial for you. And saying things that you're grateful for is a great way to bring a little more positivity and sense of awareness of the present moment, because in the present moment there's nothing wrong. And you can also ask yourself this question, what is wrong in this moment right now? And nothing. This moment right now, as it is right now, is perfect. There isn't anything wrong. Whatever you were angry about is in the past. It doesn't exist right now. And that's when you understand that, it's so liberating, because then you don't have to like worry about, oh my gosh, I'm so angry, because whatever you were angry about is in the past. It doesn't matter right now, and you have a choice to let that affect you right now and keep you in this mindset of like, oh, I'm so angry, or you can choose to free yourself from it and focus on things that make you happy, things that you are grateful for, things that free you, relax you, and make you at peace. One of the very key things that you could do is to forgive yourself. Being angry is a part of being human. And the most beautiful thing about being human is that you get to feel all these amazing feelings of anger and hurt and like happiness and joy and excitement. And that's such an amazing feeling, to be able to feel all these array of emotions, as well as the dark stuff and also the good stuff. But at the end of the day, don't get yourself all worked about it. I want to be an angry person, but why is it so hard for me to control my anger and overcome it and not be run by my anger? It's all in a matter of how much importance you give to it. Whatever you give importance to, whatever you think of, whatever you give your attention to, just multiplies and grows. Being angry is an emotion that is felt by everyone and anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, or if you're someone who's extremely positive, someone who's having a really hard time channeling positive thoughts into your brain. It's just a part of who we are, and we have to accept that, and we have to not fight it, not resist it, but go with it. Feel what you need to feel, work through it, and release it. Releasing it is the important part, and this is where forgiveness comes in. When you're forgiving yourself, you're essentially releasing all that built-up tension and all that built-up negative energy that's in you. Release it and let it go. Forgiveness creates room for expansion and love to enter. And when you create room for expansion, you can grow. You can learn from your mistakes. You can learn from your experiences. And when you create room for love to enter, you can only give more love away, because you can only give away what's inside of you. And if love is all that is inside of you, that's all that you have to give away to people. And if you have anger inside you, that's okay. It's, like I said, it's being a part of human. It's a part of forgiving yourself, understanding where that anger is coming from. Most of our anger that we have today is built up from the past that we're still storing in our bodies. So whenever a situation happens or someone says something that takes us off, it's being released constantly. We haven't let go of that tension we've been holding on to. And the way we get rid of it is bringing awareness and bringing light to it. By bringing it to light and being aware that it's there is the way you're going to release it and let it flow out of your body. So that's my little input on anger, and I hope some of the tips and tricks and the little insight I gave you is helpful for you, because I'm someone who's struggled for anger for a very long time in my life. Like anything would get me pissed off, and I was like a ticking time bomb all the time. I would just go off and I would be yelling and screaming and not understanding where all this nonsense, where all this energy was coming from. And when I started being more aware of how I was feeling and how I want to feel, and how feeling good all the time makes me feel good, and when I feel bad, it just makes me feel worse. So you have a choice right there. Do you want to feel good or do you want to feel bad? And whatever you focus on expands. So I made a conscious decision to feel good, because feeling good is like feeling God. That's something I learned from Dr. Wayne Dyer, and it makes so much sense to me. When you feel good, you're functioning at your optimal level. Life is amazing. Life is beautiful for you. You feel like you're on top of the world. You feel like you can go do anything. And that's our true nature. Our true nature is to feel good at all times. So do whatever it takes to feel good at all times. A part of that process is understanding the things that make you upset, the things that make you angry. And that's what I chose to do in my life. I chose to really focus on why I was getting angry, where it was coming from, and what I could do to kind of release it and let it go. And what I just told you is kind of the steps I've taken personally, and I've come such a long way to the point that I don't really get angry that much anymore, and nothing really upsets me or takes me off. And if it does, just laugh at it. Learn to laugh at yourself. It's the best remedy for anything. Just laugh at yourself, let it out, and let it go and release it. So please let me know in the comments below what ways you control and overcome your anger, and how you keep your spirits high, and how you channel it into something more positive, something more beneficial for you. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you want. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.